Hello, my name is Megan Fulgueras, and I'm excited to tell you about my Masters of Education program. I took part in the Teacher Librarianship through Distance Learning program. It's been an incredible learning experience, and I'm proud of all that I've learned along the way. Long before applying to this program, I emailed to find out if the coursework allowed for a sense of community to develop, as I had taken a wide variety of distance education courses. Some involved no interaction with classmates, while others incorporated a lot of community building. At that point, I was well aware that I wanted to have a learning community of some sort in my master's program, whether I selected one in person or online. I'm so glad I went with this online model. The sense of community in the courses I have taken has been amazing. I feel like I have colleagues all across Canada now. The piece of work I've selected to discuss today incorporated teamwork and community building that I enjoyed in this program. While I like to have a sense of community in online courses, I actually hated group projects before this program. Working with colleagues who have similar goals changed that, and I began to see how beneficial it is to have a learning community helping me on my journey in group projects. In EDES 549, each student completed a chapter of a soon-to-be-published ebook, sharing something that we felt school leaders should know. I debated for a long time about a topic. I loved having the flexibility to choose my topic of study, but limitless options made it difficult. I had too many ideas. I finally settled on something I'd been working on for a while: Genius Hour. Writing the chapter of this ebook was the highlight of my master's program. Genius Hour is a time during the week when students can explore any topic of their choice. I learned about it from Twitter, and my knowledge that Genius Hour was beneficial increased when I dove into it with my class and allowed them to explore topics of interest. The process required tweaking along the way, and my personal learning network on Twitter was helpful as I adjusted the process in the months to come. The skills students built during this time are countless. I'm always amazed by the personal, social, and academic growth I observed during Genius Hour in my classroom. Writing this chapter about Genius Hour was an educational experience. As I sought out experts who supported the process, it helped me justify what I was doing in my classroom and share what I've learned with others. I also learned a lot about the people behind Genius Hour and contacted others online and learned about how Genius Hour looks different in every school and every classroom. I knew that Genius Hour worked, but writing this chapter taught me why it worked. My favorite part of writing this chapter was the knowledge that it was intended to be accessible for educators and the knowledge would be shared with others. I wasn't just writing a paper to submit, I was writing a chapter of a book that other educators might read. I'm now better able to answer questions when speaking to teachers who say things like, "I'd love to try that, but I don't have the time," or "I have too much curriculum to cover." Some ask, "What will parents say?" And others say, "I don't know where to begin." I now feel confident enough to answer these questions. Writing this chapter has helped me to solidify the beliefs I had about teaching and learning, and use good research to justify it. I loved the idea of sharing my enthusiasm for Genius Hour with others, and that added to my own enthusiasm as I wrote the chapter. As the focus of my program is teacher librarianship, I explored the role that a teacher librarian could play in supporting Genius Hour. This was a new train of thought for me, and I was excited to see how well supported a class could be if a teacher librarian contributed to Genius Hour. It's yet another example of ways teacher librarians can use their time and provides even more justification for increasing funding to teacher librarian positions. A huge part of this project was the collaboration involved, as I was part of an editing group with 5 classmates. Writing this chapter alongside these educators was an amazing experience. I had a chat tab open in my Gmail at all times, with a constant flow of ideas and chatter from members of my editing group. Together we read one another's chapters and provided feedback and ideas throughout the term. Our diverse interests and experiences helped us to make one another's chapters better. I'm looking forward to sharing my passion for Genius Hour with my colleagues at upcoming professional development workshops. Our school district often puts out calls for presenters, and I'm excited to share this. I don't think I would have said that at the beginning of my master's program, so that is an exciting change for me professionally as I begin to feel that I have ideas to offer my colleagues. As well, I also have opportunities to connect with other educators at staff meetings, through my personal learning network online, through the day-to-day informal conversations we have around the school, and someday, I hope, as a teacher librarian. British Columbia is adopting a new curriculum beginning in September. Genius Hour fits perfectly within these core competencies: communication, thinking, and personal and social development. This also provides more opportunities for me to share my learning with others. At present, my district uses similar competencies to assess our students' learning at conferences. I often use Genius Hour as an example of these competencies. I'm excited to see our province jump on board with a similar framework and look forward to connecting online with colleagues across the province as they explore these competencies too. I feel confident that Genius Hour can provide them with the framework to meet a wide variety of curricular outcomes. Taking this a step further, the Genius Hour frame of mind should nicely blend with the flexibility and choice this new curriculum has to offer. I feel that the research and writing I did for the new chapter can help me to support my colleagues as they adjust to the new curriculum. I also hope that the Ministry of Education will increase funding for teacher librarians as a result of these changes. TLs have an important role to play in this type of learning. As I continue to teach and learn, I hope to delve further into ways that I can support learners in my class to develop literacy and numeracy skills while pursuing their passions. I'm also looking forward to spending some time in the new year exploring the new curriculum alongside my colleagues and working together to determine how we will continue to grow as educators. Together, we're going to explore how this new curriculum will reinforce and change aspects of our practice. As well, I hope to explore ways to involve parents and students in embracing an evolving way of doing things, because I'm quite aware that parents on social media feel that the removal of letter grades and addition of inquiry-based learning signals a softening of educators' expectations. I want to seek a way to maintain the integrity of this new type of learning using the research that I've gained and the experience that I've had, and show that it is different, but not any less beneficial. I'm excited to pursue these questions in the months and years ahead. Thank you for viewing my presentation. I'd like to send a huge thank you to Dr. Branch and my many instructors and classmates throughout this program. I couldn't have finished this without the support of this amazing online learning community.